Debbie's Mindless Happy Place here. I'd like to welcome you and thank you for stopping by. Today we're going to be looking at how I redid my flower garden out front in my flower bed. So we're going to be going from the fact that it was all overgrown and everything was dead and there was weeds growing in it to planting some flowers that I got at the local seed and feed that they have their annual sale, and I got flowers and stuff. I usually don't plant my flowers until May the 1st, and I planted them early this year, and we're supposed to get some cold weather this week. So I hope I can get them covered and bring it on my pots and get them to live through the cold snap that we're going to have here in Oklahoma this week. So if not, I'm going to be planting new flowers. But anyway, I think it turned out really good, and it is usually what I plant in my flower garden. I usually plant geraniums in my flower bed, and then I put impatiens around them, and that's what I did this year. And then I planted a few pots in the front to go along with my raised flower bed. Also, I had some flowers. You'll notice at the end I had some flowers left over, and I took all those out to my mom's, and we planted them out at my mom's house. So they were super cheap. They were $10 a flat, so it was a really good sale and everything. And I'm glad that I got them there and everything, but I'm hoping that they don't freeze this week, and I hope I can get them covered up so that they won't, and bring in my pots. And so we will just get to the video. I hope you enjoy it. If you do enjoy it, please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing this video. So let's get to the video. So these are the flowers that I got at the local seed and feed store when they were having their annual sale. I got 5 flats of flowers, and like I said in the intro, they were $10 per flat, so it was a really good deal. I did get 5 flats, so that was $50, but I always plant geraniums in my front flower bed along with some impatiens. And as you can see, I didn't really clean out my flower bed before last winter, so it is overgrown with dead flowers and dead weeds, and everything is in disarray, and it looks horrible. And my husband has some oil that he put to fill up the cars out there. My cushions don't match. It's just really a mess from the winter, and we did have kind of a hard winter. You can see we have some trash and some leaves over here in the corner, and everything is just a mess because sometimes I'll just take things out of my car and lay them there, and again, the cushions aren't matched. I don't have anything hanging up on my front porch to decorate, which I usually do, so we are going to clean all this mess up and make it look really pretty for the spring and the summer. Me and Mark like to sit out on the front porch and just watch the neighborhood and watch everything go by. So first thing I did was cleaned out all the flower beds, got all the weeds out of there, and then I placed my geraniums where I'm going to want to plant them. I always plant geraniums in my front raised flower bed, and even though I ignore them and don't water them, they don't die, so that's always a good thing. And right now we're having a lot of cool rainy weather, so it's been really good for them. And as you can see, I cleaned up all the trash on the porch and got all the leaves raked up, and so things are starting to look a lot better in the front flower bed. And I pulled out all the decorative stuff that I have to go through it and make sure that it's all still working. I have some solar like butterflies and stuff, and so I only put back into the flower beds what was working. I also had a little knickknack that said something about it's snow time, folks, and now I have bloom where you're planted. And I planted all the geraniums in the front flower bed and watered them and placed them where I wanted them to be, and I think they turned out really nice. I also went and got some cushions off the back porch, and so that they, at least my cushions match, and I'm going to get new cushions this year, I think, because my cats lay on them and they're getting a little bit worn out, so I probably will get new cushions eventually for the front porch and probably for the back porch, because I think it's just time. I've had these for like 5-10 years, so it's about time. After I planted my geraniums, I also planted my impatiens around them, And that's usually what I do in my front flower bed, and I think they turned out really good. So I'm liking that it's all cleaned out. Also, I got all the pots out of my backyard. I had 3 round pots and 3 long pots, and I planted some of the flowers in all those. I also planted some flowers in the back. You can notice now that I've gotten all my spring knickknacks out that I put in my front flower bed and hung a couple of things up on the front porch. My Mark calls it yard art, and he doesn't like it, but I like it because it makes everything all pretty and all nice and all calm and soothing, and we can really enjoy it when we sit out on the front porch and we watch our YouTube videos and we watch the neighborhood go by, and it's just really enjoyable to have a few flowers. I don't go overboard or anything like that, but these are the ones that I won't kill. So at least I won't kill. I was like thinking about starting a vegetable garden and trying the vegetables again, but I cannot grow a vegetable to save my life. So I have just not had any luck with growing vegetables in Oklahoma. So I just don't try it. I decided that I'm not going to try it this year. I made sure and watered all the flowers really good, and as you can see, I just hung up just like 2 things on the porch just to give a splash of color and let everybody know that it is springtime, and now everything is swept and everything is cleaned and raked, and I think the front porch looks really lovely, and you can already see, I'm going to show you a close-up in a minute, but you can see that I had a few flowers left over, and I did take all these flowers out to my mom's, and we planted them out there because my mom always likes to plant lots of flowers in her flower bed.